Hello everyone. Let me just get this going onto Facebook. Alright. And got the donut of life. There we go, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. Let's do this. 1 second. Getting back to YouTube comments. And I think I actually have that. Yeah, I did. That was a quick save there. Could have been very bad. Okay, and then okay. Did just knock that a little bit. Right, there we go. Hello everyone. So we've set it up a bit differently this time around. So you can see the full art journal, which is great, and everything else around it, which is amazing. Hope everyone had a happy Easter and some excellent public holiday time. Spent my time writing my uni assessments. Woo! But they are mostly done now, which is good. Okay, so I thought that we might do a bit of an Anzac Day themed art journal page tonight, maybe doing some poppies or something like that. Oh, hello, Di. So I've got some paint colours over here. I've got a bit of pink, white, brown, red. I've also got a green, and I got another red. This is dimensional because I think the dimensional acrylic, which is the permanent red one, I think would be quite nice. So I'll just put it there. So let's get started. I do think I need to do a little bit of stenciling down first, just so then we've got, you know, some thing on the background, and then we can work on it. So let's might do a bit of brick, and I think we'll do a whitewash over this, so then it's not like out there and very bright. So we'll go through how to do a whitewash when we get to it. The main thing we're going to do with the stenciling this time around is we're going to make sure it's nice and thin, so then when we do that whitewash, we don't pick up any of the paint below. Oh, hello, Dawn and Diane and Diana. And hello, Auntie Robin, and hello, Di. Oh, there we go. Got all of them on, and then we wanted some red. And then I'm thinking a bit of pink. And then, yeah, let's do this. Got our 3 main colours down. You can't really see it, but brown's in that slot there. And we're going to start with our lightest colour. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we'll do them in this one here. I think our pink will be. So, yep, I changed the backing sheet so then it was a bit easier for the camera rig. So hopefully everyone likes it. Please let me know if you don't. The sooner the better would be great. So I'm just going to line it up. This doesn't really line up this stencil 100%. It's more of like an abstract one, but you can come in and line up the lines and get it fairly close together. And then let's come in and do this side. So just getting some colour down. And it's okay if we do too much of it. We're really probably not going to see that much after we finish the whitewash. Okay. There we go. Right, I think that colour's done. Now let's come in with the red. I might do this pattern here, I think. Or actually, let's come and do this one. So we're just using the same blending brush because we've gone in and we did our last colour first, and I'm only going to really use this blending brush for the background areas. Just for the stenciling bit, and then I think we might be done using our blending brush. Just come in. I'm doing that one there. Yeah, that's pretty good coverage, I think. And let's come and do some brown little bugs now. So these are going to be our like 3 main colours. We are going to add obviously a little bit of green in, I reckon. How was everyone's Easter? Oh, hello, Chloe. So just, oh. Yeah, okay. And there we go. There's that one. Looks a bit messy. That's okay. We're just going to come in and wash out that blending brush for us. It's not 100%, so I am going to wet it a fair amount without scraping it, and then just sit it over here until we're done class. Just so then I make sure I wash it. It's just so then it doesn't dry out on me before the end of class. Obviously, if you're doing it at home, you can just go and wash it out, and yeah, you know. Well, there you go. It's not too bad then. We had a nice one, so on both sides of our family, which was nice. Had a real relaxing time. Lots of chillaxing. Amelia and I made special cupcakes. You know, the things we do as sisters. Okay, so let's come in and do this whitewash. I'm going to use a gesso brush, but normally we use these to make textures, to make it like a bit of a texture brush. This time around, I'm going to use it because I want it to be nice and light, not because of the texture. I still want to see what I did in the background, but I want it to be lighter. So we're just coming in. And because I'm not that big on keeping the texture this time around, I am going to put a little bit of water. Like I'm only dunking in a very small amount and then coming in, moving it. Because we don't want it to be dripping wet. We just want it to be wet enough that we can move that paint fairly easily. Look at that. And just keep moving it. Add a bit more in down the bottom there, and we're just going to grab a bit more water. There we go. A bit of a whitewash there. So we've got a nice background. I'll lift it up to show you. Then the pile of brushes to wash. So it's quite nice. And by making sure, like the paint was nearly fully dry, we did pick up a bit of a red colouring from our water into it. But yeah, not too bad. It's just about getting like, I guess, muting the colours a little bit when we do this. So we're just going to come in and dry it. And then we'll start our next layer. Right, and now the next bit is I wanted to add some poppies to this. That's what I was looking for. This one here. So I've got a lead pencil and I've also got a watercolor pink pencil there. Just so then we don't have to worry about rubbing out the lines when we come and draw in our poppies. Because we really want it to be quite a nice like little we don't want it to be super difficult, if that makes sense. To be quite, you know, easy to do type thing. Did Facebook stop working? 1 second, sorry. Oh, okay, that's all good then. I was a teensy bit worried, but we are all good. Okay, so right. I do have a bit of an oval here to help out, but I think we might be okay without the oval. Because what we want to do is I'll just show you off the side first with the lead pencil. What we want to come in and do is we just come in, is you can either start with a circle and then come up and draw your first petal and then your second and then your third and make it like really realistic. Or the other option we can do is we can kind of make it a little bit more cartoony, which is the ones I like to do. Well, not cartoony in a sense, but just a bit more. I find them a bit easier because it's just an oval, a rectangle, and then a rectangle, and then we come in and we go whoop, 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 and then whoop, and then connect each one in, and you've got that style there, or we've got this one where you come in and 1 second. It's kind of like a half one, if that makes sense, and you just have a center on. Like that, so okay. We have a few poppy options, or you can do the half ones, but I don't really think these ones here look like poppies when I do them because they look more like lilies. Okay. Well, not lilies, roses. Which style do we like? These are the questions we have to ask. Okay. Let's come in and do this. We might do... We'll do a few different ones. So let's just come in. We'll do the half one. So the half one starts with basically making like a love heart. And then drawing a bit in the middle that connects. And doing a bit more. A bit there and a bit there as well. It's a bit hard to see because we are doing this in pink, but I can see it. And then we could also do the other one, which is quite simple because what we come and do is we just draw pretty much a heart without a point in it here. It's just a nice little... And then we come in. And draw kind of like a pointed oval or an egg shape, actually. That would be the better way of describing it. And then there, and then just come in and draw a bit of a loop there. It's that one. And then we might also do a fully open one down here as well, whereas it's a circle. And then you've got the whole egg, 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 egg. And then you go J, 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 and then you connect, 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 connect. There's those ones. Right. Let's come in and paint these so you can see them. Oh, hello, Tina. So we ain't going to make this too difficult. We're just going to wet our paintbrush. Some people find a little bit daunting to paint flowers. I promise you it's not daunting. So we just dunk our paintbrush in it. And I'm actually going to start with putting a bit of pink down first. I'm going to paint each petal. This matte pink color. And then we're going to come and do it over here as well. And I'll lift it up for you once I've done painting. The pink petal bits. Let me just come in and now paint. Right, there we go. So they're currently pink. What I'm going to do is without even cleaning the paintbrush, we're going to come and add some red in, all without drying these. And we're going to start at the tip of the petals that we've painted pink here. And come in and go down. So go down on the tips, down to the center point. So on this top one here, we're just going to come in on the top here and come down. Then here we're going to, these bits here are just going to be pretty much red. And then, oh, bit too much paint on the paintbrush. That's okay. And at each one of these steps, we're actually going to make it so then the petals get a little bit closer to one another. So we're just going to remove some of the gap we've got in between our petals there. We don't really have a gap in between these ones. Righty, and then while we've got the red on our paintbrush, we're going to grab some white. A bit more of this red and a little bit more white. And it's not the same color as our pink, but it's lighter than that red that we used. And then we're just going to connect pretty much all of our petals now with this. And I haven't added any water to my paintbrush. At all. There, and then we're going to come and clean that paintbrush because we're done with it. And what we want a teeny bit of this dimensional red. And we're going to grab the smaller version of this one. Just grab some of that dimensional red and come in. And while we've connected those petals, I'm just going to outline them and draw that color downwards. Okay, and then come in, outline and draw it down. They don't have to be fully around. Like, I'm going to skip this little top bit here because there's no petal touching it there. Like, there's no other petal. And because it's dimensional, it's actually going to make a bit of texture. Like, it's going to leave a brushstroke texture there, which is going to be really nice and look really natural. Okay. This one here. Oh, I thought I just put my finger in it, but we're all good. I'm just going to do it this one here as well. So we're nearly done. Painting our flowers. Which is quite nice. And then and if you think you've put too much of this red down, like for example here, I think I might have gone a little bit overboard. Just gonna move my brush from the light area into it just to remove some of it. And now what we want to do, so I just want to make sure this is a fully clean brush. Because then we're going to grab our white here. Just come in. Apply it in the areas of where you want it to be. think I've stuffed up the top of that one. Oh, okay. Then clean that one out. They dry it, and I've just I've given it a bit of a tip to it. And then come in and just circle the white out. Just means that by cleaning that paintbrush, the white will blend easier into our area there. I might have to clean it though. We're starting just to get a pure pink looking mix, although that isn't too bad. Okay. Like I said, if you're just afraid that it's like not blending 100%, you can come in there with your fingers and do it a bit naturally. It's up to you. I know some of you don't really like using your fingers, which is okay. Right, and now we're nearly done. They just need centers. This is the fun bit. We just come in with the brown here. And we're just going to splotch it in, going up and down with our paintbrush. You could use black for this bit. I just prefer to use brown. Yeah. Just because it looks quite nice. And if you make a mistake, it's easier to clean. There we go. So there's those ones. Oh, thanks, Karis. Okay, and now let's come in and have some fun. Our poppies are painted. Let's distress this now. So if we come in with our, I was thinking this one, but we might actually come in with the other gesso brush. Although, oh yeah, we should be able to get it. Okay, let's wet it a fair amount. I might actually move this one. Move that one over to there, and then let's come in.
Are you in that shower?
And around. That's the air fryer, Mum. Oh no, that might be the shower. Dad!
Is he out of the shower? Yeah, he's out of the shower.
Okay, and then just coming down. I'm getting that to like drip out of our flowers there. To apply a little bit around that way. Good. And then what we might do is if we grab our smaller one here and just come in. Just to be a bit wetter. Getting it into those little fine grooves. Then just coming in and giving that a lot of water. There we go. And then let's just quickly dry that one because I want to flip it up the other way and do the drips the other way now. You can get it Just dry enough so that it's not going to drip over top of the poppies that we've painted. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put my phone on silent. There those go. Now let's grab that big gesso brush again. Making sure we've got plenty of water on it. We might end that poppy there actually. Okay, yep. Right, there we go. Let's just clean that paintbrush a little bit there. And grab out paintbrush here. Right, and then when we lay it flat, look how nice it is. We do have like a little bit over top of that one there, so I'm just going to come in, just grab the gauze that I've got next to my desk and just pat that off. Right, and now what we want to do is if we get our fan brush, we do a bit of flicking. I just want to flick with the brown, and I want it to be coming out of my poppy, so I've put it a little bit above them.
Bedtime for school nights. It must be 7:30. That show's finished. Come on, milk time.
There we go.
Oh, 7:30.
And then let's get these to have some stems. So we might just come in with a bit of green and a bit of brown on our brush there. Just allow it. Oh shoot, that's not dropped there. Okay. Shoot. Why did I fling that piece of gauze right there? Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Right, let's just dry the top half of that real quick. Okay. Now
Oh, we can go clean the cake.
we put that one down. We put that one down there. And then if we grab out this size gesso brush, dip it in some green now that we've got some water. where we want it to go. And get it to like fade down the bottom a little bit there. Looks very natural. We just put a bit of brown on there too, so it's just going to be very wet. You might know what might look nice is if we grab these bricks here. Not wrong one.
Poppies.
Poppies, yeah. Do you like them? Hand painted.
Painted.
Yeah. Did some poppy painting.
Poppies painted.
Alright, and let's just grab this brick stencil. And a bit of our white paint, and we want this on a completely dry paintbrush because we want it to be nice and thin. You could use a blending brush for this. I'm just afraid I'll lift up some of the paint I've got behind. So I'm just going to do it very lightly. And I'm not over grabbing paint. Like, that is the max I'm going to have on that paintbrush while I do this. I'm just going to do it in 3 spots. So a little bit over here. And I'm just doing it in the white so then it matches our whitewash underneath. Can't really see it too much. Hopefully. There we go. Wrong area. And there, and then thinking it might need some script on it, maybe. So if we just come in and dry it. Oh, I just did that bit up there just because it looked like it was too forward. But the way it was like in the center of the petal up there was completely, we did it naturally with the flick, but it just, yeah, looks like we had placed it. And I've left my stencil at home the night that I want to do scripts, so let's see if this white paint pen's going to work. The other end is definitely damaged. 1 second. Mom, do you have any paint pens over at your desk? I think I've left all the art supplies at work.
No, your sisters have one here.
What? Hold up, do we have stencils over there?
Probably not, because she
Oh.
didn't use them to paint her Easter eggs.
I left them at the shop. Oh, we have paint pens. Good, we can do the script in brown then. What do we think? Green. We might do a few features in the black pattern.
Green.
Really? I'm currently challenging myself to make a purely green painting. My mum is not a fan of the colour green. Reckon brown? I think so. I think it will look nice. And then if we just get this fine tip red here, we'll do a little bit of work with that one. A little bit. So let's come in. I'm just going to grab this black. And add You probably won't be able to see them, but it's just like a few little black spots. Oh, we've put the brown down. Just to get it nice little definition there. And then if we lift it up so you can see this bit. So I'm just going to come in and go.
Where's Dad?
Don't know. Right, and then so just a little bit there and there, and then we dry this one down the bottom here. So it's not like when we did the water, it looked a lot darker, but now that it's kind of started to dry out, it's gone really transparent, which is nice. It's like the effect I wanted. I didn't want it super dark because I want my poppies to be the main feature. So I'm just going to come and make sure this is like the right sort of color I'm looking for. I think so. So if we come in. Just do a bit of fakey script there. You could use your script stencil for this one. I've left mine at work. Not if I need it. That's okay. And then just a little bit of
What you need to print? No, for you. If you need to print anything at work, or you can print it when you get home on your own printer.
Wait, actually, you might need to.
right.
I got to transport some audio files over, and they're going to take 30 minutes to transfer.
Righty-o. And then what do we think? Do you guys think it needs anything else? We might do another flick of brown up here though, because I want them to be a bit darker there. But then I think we might be done our field of poppies. Like just like a small, not as big as what we went. So I might even only put it on half the paintbrush. Okay. I'm thinking then didn't like that one there, so I've just come in and put it off while it was wet, and because the red's dry now, we could do that. So then we have a white and what we use perhaps just a smidge of white is all I want.
So we'll have to give it.
Okay. Switch that around for the clean nib. Yep, excellent. That's what we want. And then there we go. So I've just dabbed it as the white pen was drying, giving it a bit of texture. And then I think that might be our poppies done for the night. I hope you all found something interesting about the class. Next week we will be back to doing 2 pages. Just that last week we only did 1 page. So you guys can see how that was easy to build without damaging a spine. And then we had to do this page there. So thank you all for coming. I hope you have a great week ahead. And I hope you all have a rememberable Anzac Day. And that you had a great Easter. So thank you for coming. And we shall see you throughout the week. Our weekly classes are back in action this week, like always. And lots of socials happening because we are going to Brisbane in May. So see you all during the week and have a wonderful time.